All right, in lesson 2 here, we're going to be working on simplifying equations by using the distributive property or combining like terms. So again, if we look at this first example, the 3 and the 7 are like terms because they both have x to the power of 1. So we would do 3x plus 7x, which would give us 10x. And then we also have a constant, which has no variable, 6 and 3. So 6 plus 3 equals 9. Similarly, we have the distributive property, which again, I know we've used before, but it's something that we take when we have a parentheses. We take our number outside of our parentheses and multiply it inside our parentheses, and we have to multiply it into each term. So 8 times x is 8x. 8 times 3 is 24. Now, even if there's an x, okay, again, we still have to multiply it. So we have to bring in 2x multiplied by 5x. So 2 times 5, and then we have to do x times x. So 2 times 5 is 10. X times x equals x squared. Whereas when I look at this third example, I take 2x and I multiply it by negative 7. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14x. So I get 10x squared minus 14x. So let's take a look at our first example. Solve the equation. So I am going to, step 1, I'm going to CLT, which stands for combine like terms. And the like terms that we have here are m and 2m. So m plus 2m is going to be 3m. So I have 3m minus 4 equals 14. Now it's just like what we did in the previous lesson. We need to make our train tracks, and we have to then, step 2, use PEMDAS backwards. Okay, PEMDAS backwards to solve it. So first step is going to be adding or subtracting. So I'm going to add 4 on both sides. I'm going to be left with 3m equals 18. Now this says 3 multiplied by m. So to undo the multiplied by 3, I need to divide by 3 and get m equals 6. We got to use the distributive property on this one. So again, I'm going to take what's outside. I'm going to multiply it into each term. So 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, and it equals 14. So now I'm going to take and make my railroad tracks. Left side, right side. I'm going to add 6 on both sides and get 10x equals 20. And now I'm going to think, how do I undo multiplying by 10? Well, I can undo multiplying by 10 by dividing by 10. So that cancels out, which means x equals 2. Last but certainly not least, oh my goodness, we've got our equation on the other side. That's okay. First step we're going to do is the distributive property. So I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to take this negative 3, I'm going to multiply it here and multiply it here. Only multiply what's inside of your parentheses. If it's outside of your parentheses, you don't need it. So 38 equals negative 3 times 4y. Negative times a positive is a negative. Negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6. And then we can't forget about this additional term afterwards. We still have plus y at the end. So now I'm going to combine like terms. And I see that I've got like terms here and here. So I still have 38, but I needed to combine negative 12y plus, remember, if there's no number out front, it's like a 1. So negative 12 plus 1 is negative 11y. Now I can make my train tracks. I can use PEMDAS backwards, and I can say, how am I going to get y by itself? That's my goal, is to solve y. Well, first thing is I'm going to do all addition and subtraction, which gives me 44. And now to undo negative 11 times y, I need to divide by negative 11. And I'm going to get negative 4. A positive divided by a negative is still a negative. There you have it.